The ultimate tournament of everything.
Welcome to this Tournament of Everything Scouting Report, where we take one competitor out of the entire universe and talk about them and what makes them competitive against infinity.
Absolutely. You can't survive in this universe of infinity unless you're a fighter. And so we pit off everything against one another, make them fight. But sometimes we feel like being peaceful and just, taking a glance at one of these competitors before they enter the proverbial octagon that is our full length episodes of the Tournament of Everything on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, Rob, why don't you tell us which one we'll be taking a nice, docile, peaceful look at tonight?
Our competitor, randomly generated off of the internet, is Dalla Hill, also spelled Dalla with one L, Hill, Dalla Hill, in Kano, Nigeria. It is 1,753 feet high and contains a stairway with 101 steps from top to bottom.
Good grief. Dalla Hill, Dalla Hill. This was in the 7th century, a hill that was a site of a community that engaged in ironworking. It was called the Sumburbura Shrine from 700 CE up until the Credo's collapse as a result of the Islamic dominance later in the 13th century. And as you said, was Kano, the town that it's in, was originally known as Dalla after this beautiful and spectacular hill.
The hill plays a crucial part in the history of the city of Kano, and it is believed that Barbushi, a man of great stature and might who hunted elephants with a stick and carried them on his back to the hill, resided there hundreds of years ago. It's said that there, Barbushi built a shrine to worship a deity called Sumburbura, who is believed to have been worshipped by the Hausa people at the time before the arrival of Islam.
This is a very interesting story and a very interesting shrine. The only person that was allowed access to this shrine was Barbush, and anyone else that entered it without his permission is said to have died tragically. Barbush never reportedly descended from Dalla except on the 2 days of Eid. And when those days draw near, the people that lived in the vicinity of this wonderful hill came from all over with their animals to sacrifice them with the hope of gaining the favor of Sumburbura. So definitely fascinating.
Now, despite the hill being a symbol of paganism and idol worship, it still kept its significance after the arrival of Islam. The power of the sacred hill was so fixed in early Hausa tradition that as late as 1819, the second Fulani Muslim ruler used the hill as a spiritual summit, where he would combine his prayers of 40 days and perform them at the top of that hill, thus gathering assurance of victory in war. Now, the old pagan center energized prayers sent up to Allah. Dalla Hill was the center of a power around which all rituals revolved.
And it looks like I'm looking at a picture of it here. It looks like it's the center around which this entire town does, in fact, revolve. Basically, it's kind of a steep on some sides. It's a little bit more tapered on the other, jagged, lightish colored rock. But on the top, it almost looks like a thick fudge frosting, just laid on top, a bit flatter. You know what? They've got stuff. I bet, hey, there's a 50-50 chance with the way things are going in this day and age that hill right there is made out of cake.
It's probably not made out of cake, but it's definitely an interesting hill. And if you like interesting hills, or maybe even cake, we will talk about all of them at one point in our Tournament of Everything, because it encompasses the literal bounds of infinity. And we'll talk about that every day of the week. Tuesday and Thursday, we compare 18 of infinity's fightingest competitors against each other. And every other day of the week, we talk about something like this, maybe even cake.
Yes, inevitably it will be, and perhaps so will we all. Infinity is a long time. Time keeps on slipping and moving forward, as are we. So we hope you move forward with us, and we'll see you tomorrow for another episode of
The ultimate tournament of everything.